Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you've never been here before. Thank you so much for coming back if you've been here before. Don't forget to subscribe the video if you like it. If you think it's worth sharing, don't forget to share. But today we're going to be doing something a little bit differently than the pick a card readings that I've been doing, and I kind of just had this idea come to me. And we're going to be doing a reading for the week of January 24th through the 28th. So Monday through Friday of this week, what do you need to know? And we're going to start by kind of shuffling on camera. All of the shuffling will be done on camera. And then we're going to kind of break it down from general advice for the week to career advice for the week to love and relationship advice for the week. And the reason I want to do that is because I feel like it's just something that I feel like doing. So if you like this, please let me know that you want to see more of this. If you do not, feel free to share that as well, right? But let's try this. Let's try doing this. So let's get started with general advice for the week. Cut the deck, 3 of Wands down there. So for some of you this week, making sure that you are open to stepping out of your comfort zone. Emperor, it feels like it's going to be a week. Sun as well. It feels like it's going to be a week where you can make some progress, especially when it comes to what do you want to create, right? What do you want to create? 5 of Wands down there. Be careful when it comes to comparing yourself to other people, comparing, your journey to other people. Let's take a look. Let's start with 3 cards here. Just general advice for the week. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Make sure that you are balancing, right? That you're kind of balancing your energy this week. First card, 8 of Cups. Second card, the Star. Third card for the week, King of Wands. All right. So let's talk about this week. Again, January 24th, 2022 to January 28th, 2022. So this week, first things first is coming in is that 6 of Pentacles, which is about making sure that you are balanced, that you are giving, receiving, that you are, looking out for other people if you can, looking out for yourself as well, but making sure that you're not giving more than what you are receiving or receiving more than what you are giving. For some of you, making sure that you're taking some time to rest, because it feels like coming into this week with this 8 of Cups here, you're walking away from something, you're leaving something behind, or you have the opportunity to do so. With the Star at the center here, there's healing available to you this week. But I also feel like with the Star at the center here, for some of you, there's recognition waiting this week. So for some of you, it could be that you are getting some sort of recognition at work. For others of you, it's that somebody is recognizing just everything that you are doing. And for others of you, this is more of you connecting to your higher self, to spirit, to gain this, this sense of, I'm moving away from something that did not work for me. I'm choosing to walk away from this. I'm choosing to leave this behind because I recognize that this is no longer helping me. And it's not helping me on the journey of what my purpose is and what it is that I want to accomplish in this lifetime. It's also not helping. Whatever it is that you're walking away from was actually taking away from your self-confidence. It was taking away from your self-worth. And this week, you are becoming more comfortable in yourself, or you have the opportunity to do so. For some of you, this week is going to be a week where you can boost your confidence, where you can boost your sense of self, your sense of worth. With the King of Wands here and the 8 of Cups, you walking away from something, you leaving something behind, you choosing not to wallow in something anymore, and choosing a new horizon is going to lead you towards the next step in your journey. And for some of you, that's going to be entrepreneurship. And we are going to do a little bit of a career business section to this. But for some of you, it's going to be entrepreneurship and, the next step in becoming who you want to be. And for many of you, if you're watching this, This week is going to be a realization that you don't have to follow what has been done before. For some of you, setting your own pace, doing your own thing. Not necessarily having to, do everything the way it's been done before. Paving the way, not only for yourself, but for others in the future. Underneath this, look at this. And we saw the 3 of Wands. Now we have that 2 of Wands. Some of you are stepping into unknown territory this week. And that can be scary. It can be confusing. But you have hope. And you are being encouraged to have hope and optimism of what can be. Because for some of you, the 8 of Cups represents, something with a very emotional charge that you have been holding on to. But it was something comfortable, and it was something that was known to you, and it was something that it cost you, it took a lot out of you to walk away from it. Some of you are done playing it small, and you are ready to step into your power, to speak up, and to share something. Some of you have something to share with the collective. Look at that. We have the 6 of Swords, leaving something behind, right? With the 8 of Cups, leaving something behind. And both of these cards, there's an emotional charge to what you are leaving behind. Whether this is a job, a relationship, an idea, a belief system, this was something that you were attached to for a very long time. But you're finding that sense of inner peace within yourself with that 7 of Wands down there. Look at her. She's kind of meditating there. She has these 7 wands coming to her. She's not even opening her eyes to acknowledge them because she's feeling so secure within herself that she knows she doesn't have to give this any attention. I want to jump into career next. All right, let's take a look at career. So career for the week of January. Some of you take care of your health. Some of you could be in healthcare. But week of January 24th to the 28th, career, money, what do you need to know at this time? I may have to clarify with tarot. We'll see what happens. But I was drawn to picking this deck. Bottom of the deck, the artist. Focus on finding the beauty in your day-to-day life. The artist can be a photographer, painter, film, graphic artist, or web designer. If you can't make a living with your art full-time, start part-time. Just get started. Then we have change. Very interesting because for the general message, we did have that sense of change. Easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. Teacher. And work hard in silence. For many of you this week, you are going to be making progress. This is a week to work on slow progress. This is also kind of giving you some insights. This week, don't necessarily share everything with everyone. Not everything is meant for everyone. Be discerning. Continue to do your work. Focus on your money. Focus on your work. Focus on your business. For those of you that this is about a business, on your career. But don't necessarily give things away. This is especially true if you have a business or a project. For some of you, you are working on launching a business or adding a service to something that you already offer. And there's change coming. Make sure that you focus on slow and steady wins the race. This is not a time to, because we are in the middle of a Mercury retrograde. So this is not a time to rush something just to put it out. I'd rather that you take your time in putting it out than you rush it, put it out prematurely, and it doesn't do as well. And that's the advice from Spirit coming in here. I actually want to clarify this with some tarot cards. Look at the moon. Yeah, you're working through some things here. Just be careful with what you share this week, especially when it comes to projects. Again, if you're working on a business side hustle, be careful not to share things too early with people in your life. Not everybody, the moon is, oh, sorry, that's the Hermit. I thought that was the moon. Yeah, this kind of matches perfectly, right? The Hermit, kind of doing your thing, focusing one step at a time and kind of going in that Hermit mode to take care of what you need to take care of. Ace of Cups, make sure that you do something, that you're pouring yourself into. With the Artist here, for some of you, this is a creative project that's about to take off, or that you're planning on starting a business. Knight of Wands. Make sure that you're having fun this week as well. It's important to do the work, but make sure that you're trying to incorporate some sort of fun in, and be a little bit spontaneous. Be very creative. You don't have to play it safe this week. Just don't necessarily share everything with everyone, is what keeps coming in. And Ace of Swords. There is information coming in. There is clarity coming in. There's something that's going to come in if you can think outside the box. That's why this Artist card is here. Think outside the box. Even if you don't do anything creative, think outside the box, and that's going to help you come up with a solution. Again, kind of keep to yourself this week, especially when it comes to career, business. Keep to yourself and keep making moves one step at a time. Don't necessarily overshare. Make sure that you do some self-care as well. Easy does it, right? Self-care, rest. Do not burn yourself out. Come up with a schedule for some of you. And come up with some sort of motivation for yourself, where you're giving yourself, like, for example, if I get to this point, I'm going to reward myself. Come up with a reward for yourself. Treat yourself to something nice. Self-care, self-love coming in very strongly. Underneath the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles again, which was there for the general portion of the reading. So again, balance. Making sure that you are doing what needs to be done, working towards that change, working towards what you want, doing the hard work, but also taking care of yourself, having fun, because there's something coming in. There's some sort of clarity coming in. And for some of you, you've been thinking so hard about this, and that's why the clarity hasn't come in yet. All right, let's jump into the love section of the reading. All right, we're going to do singles first, then we're going to do a little section for those of you in a relationship. But for my singles this week, what to expect? What to expect for my singles this week? This deck is not the easiest when it comes to shuffling, especially because I shuffle differently, but look at that, Temperance. We kind of keep getting that energy of balance, right? Of kind of blending, of making sure that there are no extremes this week for anyone, right? In any area, we're kind of seeing that energy coming in. But for singles, what is the message here for singles for this week? Let's take a look at what we have underneath the deck. Two of Swords. Some decisions need to be made. Some confusion here. With the Two of Swords, do you know what you want for my singles? There may be an opportunity to further realize what it is that you want in love. Look at this, Five of Pentacles for my singles. Page of Pentacles for my singles, patience. Dealing with some strong emotions this week, and the Chariot. I actually really like this energy for my singles. So for my singles, for some of you, there may be a date coming in. I don't feel that's going to be the case for many people watching this. I actually feel like this is a week where there's going to be opportunity for you to feel the feelings. And that's not always what we want to hear, right? But with this Five of Pentacles, it's that energy of being left out. In this card, we literally have a bride that appears to have been left at the altar. She's outside the church. She can't get in. We can infer many stories, but none of them are very happy, are they? Then we have the Page of Pentacles, which is all about kind of taking our time, being patient, a new beginning, but being patient with that new beginning. Page of Pentacles is also a card of communication. Then we have the Chariot, which is action. But with the Chariot, it's kind of taking the reins to where we want to go and who we want to be. So for my singles this week, if you're watching this, there's an opportunity here for you to deal with some emotions that are going to be coming up. I have to say, I do feel for some of you, there will be some feelings of loneliness, feelings of, am I missing out? Perhaps comparing yourself to other people that are in relationships, or other people that, are dating, or just kind of looking around and saying, I should be in a different area of my life, or I should be in a different place at this point in my life. Don't let that get you down, because that's BS. what is possible this week for my singles is kind of a reconnection to self, feeling some feelings, acknowledging those feelings, and then deciding with this Two of Swords here and this Chariot, deciding what it is that you want. Do you want a relationship? Do you want to spend some time alone? Do you want to date? Do you want a serious relationship? Do you want to just have some fun? There's no right or wrong answer, and that is what you're realizing this week. Let's see what's underneath that. Seven of Wands. We've seen the Seven of Wands before. Finding that sense of self, comfort within self, sense of, harmony within self. Nothing outside of me is going to shake me up. That is what you are working towards this week. With the Moon, some, seeing past illusions, but also a lot of strong emotions coming up. It's interesting that I'm using different decks for the different portions of the reading, and we're still getting very similar messages. But if you're single this week, it's all about being patient with yourself, allowing things to come up, and starting to define what it is that you want while realizing that there is no right or wrong answer to this. But let's take a look at what's coming for those of you in a relationship. All right, let's take a look. If you are in a relationship for the week of the 24th, look at that, Two of Wands. For some of you, if you are in a relationship, try spicing things up. Absolutely spicing things up. We have the Emperor here. Things have been feeling stale for some of you in a relationship. You're feeling like the excitement is gone. Some of you need a date night. Some of you need some sort of spicing up. It could even be a spicing up of things in the bedroom. Take that as it resonates. Three of Pentacles. Very interesting. Let's take a look. Page of Wands. Yeah, if you are in a relationship this week, shake things up. Do something that's out of the norm for you. Look at this, King of Wands. Have some fun. Date night. Three of Cups. If you are in a relationship, for some of you, it's time to, because we have 2 threes, and the threes are about connections. It's about, sometimes it could be a third party. I'm not getting this energy. Definitely not getting this energy for the collective. I'm getting more of the energy of it's time to spice things up. It's time to do something out of the norm. I mean, look at all this color. For some of you, things have gotten quite boring, quite predictable. You need to shake up the routine. And for some of you, you are not communicating this with your partner, and they do not realize that that's how you're feeling. So communication, very important this week, as well as try something, schedule something, do something different. It doesn't have to necessarily be going out. We know what's happening in the world. It's not possible for all of us, but how can you spice things up in your own home, in your own connection? Or, for some of you, it will be about going out. Underneath the deck here, Six of Wands. For some of you, maybe kind of going out, doing some sports with the Queen of Pentacles there, painting with a twist for some of you, doing something creative, doing something with your hands, especially with that Three of Pentacles there. Connecting with a group of friends, perhaps going out on a double date with another couple, having a girls' night out for some of you, or having a night out with your friends where you can kind of go and blow off some steam, because it feels like things have been heavy and you kind of need some lighthearted fun. But overall, this looks really good for those of you in a relationship. It looks like it's a week where you have the opportunity, right? Because this is all opportunity. It's up to you what you do with it, to shake things up and bring in more excitement. But it's definitely needed because things have been quite heavy for many of you. All right, let's kind of wrap this up. All right, and to wrap this up, we're going to pick a number. We're going to pick a card from the Angels Among Us. So we're going to pick an archangel, an angel, or a deity for you for the week. And we're going to pick something to give you to think about for the week as well. So what is the number? Let's see, what number can we work with this week? For some of you, I'm seeing the 7. Look at this, intuition. what you know. Intuition is also 4. And we kind of have had, 2 + 2, 4, and we have had that energy, and 6, love. We have had that energy coming out throughout the reading of 4, stability, right? But what's interesting about the number 4 is that while it's about stability, security, on its shadow aspect, it's also about boredom and frustration. So making sure, what is that? Balance. We've kind of gotten that message of balance quite a bit here. I am feeling Archangel Michael strongly, but we'll see what comes up. Archangel Michael very strongly for some of you, as well as Archangel Raphael and Bridget for others of you. Goddess Bridget. We're going to pick 2 from this deck. I'm feeling a 2. Let's see what else we have. Archangel Azrael, death and rebirth, transitions, life changes. We have been getting that energy of change. Jesus with forgiveness, compassion, the spiritual teacher. For some of you, you're stepping more into your spirituality and helping others connect to their spirituality. We've gotten that kind of teacher vibe earlier in the reading. And Archangel Chamuel, unconditional love, heart healing, self-love. This is a big week for self-love. Look at that, love. And it is a 6 universal year. 2022 is a 6 universal year. So a lot of opportunities for choosing yourself, for choosing to love yourself fully in the energy that we are in, and for offering yourself compassion, offering yourself grace and forgiveness. But let's kind of tie this up with kind of something that you can journal or think about this week. Just one, we're going to pick one last card, something that, it's this one right there. We're not even going to look at the bottom of the deck for that because I just want one. And we're going to look at, am I clear on what my soul really wants? Interesting, because that was kind of the message for the singles portion of the reading. And it says, take out the shoulds and the limitations, get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go with all of your heart. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. We kind of went over that message earlier where I said one step at a time, right? Just one step at a time. That's all you need to do. So I'm going to end this here. Let me know if you want to see more of this on the channel. I can do it for the weekends. I can do it for the weeks. I can never do it again. It's up to you. You are the viewer. Let me know what you want to see. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like what you saw. Don't forget to share if you think it's worth sharing. And I am sending you so much love, so many blessings, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.